Hello critics, welcome back to my channel. My name is LCritt and I'm a dance professional and dance educator, and on my channel we talk about all things dance related and sometimes other things of my interest. And today we're talking about dance majors. Should you go to college for dance, and what are the pros and cons to getting a degree in dance both while you're in college and post-college opportunities? Whether you're in college right now and you're thinking about switching your major, or you are a rising senior or soon to be graduating senior, thinking about majoring in dance or going to school for dance, this is the video for you. And hopefully if you're a recent graduate with a dance degree, I can provide some information about what sort of opportunities you should keep your eye on. So be sure to click the like and subscribe button down below and comment and let me know what you thought about this video. Let's get started. Okay, so first thing is the application process. This is going to vary from university to university, and whether you are applying for a BFA, a bachelor's in fine arts, or a BA, which is a Bachelor of Arts. So if you're applying for a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and if I get this wrong, I will correct it, is basically an audition process. I'm based here in North Carolina. There are quite a few dance programs here in North Carolina. However, a Bachelor of Fine Arts focuses specifically on more of the performance and technique aspect of the degree. This is a great option for those of you interested in more of the performance route of dance, as it refers to conservatories, private companies, traveling troupes, things of that nature. A BFA is going to be more in your favor if you're looking for more of the performance route and would still like a degree that aligns with your the greater picture of your dream. Now, getting a BA, which is what I have, is a Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Arts will explore the other aspects of dance as well as technique. I mean, I had 4.5 full years of technique in college, but you also are going to explore other things such as cultural relevance, history, pedagogy. You might also explore anatomy. So, and though BFA is going to offer all those things as well, I also think that a BA is going to explore dance adjacent topics and not so much technique specific. So if you're looking for dance to sort of fuel other interests, like whether it be physical therapy or dance therapy, education, a BA is going to be the best choice. So please keep that in mind when you're applying for different degree programs, whether you're applying for a BFA or a BA in dance. So let's get to point number 2. Point number 2 is, once you've decided your degree area and you want to do dancing, you know that you want to do a BFA or a BA, what to expect once you're there. Now, because I only have a BA, I can only speak personally from that perspective. And I will be doing an interview soon with someone who runs a BFA program, because I know where I got my degree, we're actually trying, my school, my alumni is trying to switch over to have that dance program be a BFA. So I can only speak from the BA aspects. So some tips I can give you with going into your dance degree in an undergraduate sense is, as soon as you're a freshman, get the course outline as far as what classes you should take in what order, because I went a semester over because I did not pay attention. Do not depend on your advisors to completely be responsible for your educational experience. Every university will give you an outline as far as semester 1, semester 2 for all freshmen, sophomore, junior, and senior year of your college experience. And be sure to follow that to a T to guarantee that you graduate on time. Second point, while you're in your undergraduate experience, please explore your city and other dance opportunities in your city. I definitely, just also being a first the first person in my family to go to college on both sides of my family, but also just not having anyone around to guide me. My dad was deployed in Iraq at the time. I was in a new state, completely alone. There were a lot of factors that contributed to my my naivete, so to speak. But I wish when people told me, hey, this is going on here, we should go take this class in the city, that I would have done that. Go take class with locals, because more than likely you may stay in the city where you graduated from a little longer than you expected rather than going home right away. And you'll want to build those connections while you're an undergraduate. That way, when it comes to applying for maybe internships, jobs, or anything like that, you've already built up a network of people who've worked with you, and it adds to your additional training. It does count towards your non-collegiate training to take regular classes, and also just gives you a better insight as far as what avenue of dance you want to go into once you do graduate. So please connect with your dance community wherever you're getting your dance degree while you're experiencing your undergraduate experience. The other thing I can suggest is, once you've begun your degree, is also keep in mind any certifications or any tests that you need to take while you're an undergraduate. I didn't know, again, until it was too late, that I needed to apply to the College of Education separately from already being in the dance department in order to begin my educational coursework to get my dance education certificate. And for that reason, I have spent quite a few years after getting my dance degree, getting my dance teaching certification, which I finally finished this year. So please make sure you're aware of when those deadlines are and what exams or certifications you would like to take, and have those done before you graduate, and have that planned out. The fourth point and tip I would like to give you while you're getting your dance degree would be to also have an exit plan, whether that be, working with a local dance company, having to audition ahead of time so that you know where you're going once you do graduate, whether or not you want to go into education, and viewing those open opportunities. And again, contacting that network you've been building in the undergraduate experience. Have an exit plan for when you do graduate. Otherwise, if you don't just get into it right away, dance is just one of those things that keeps moving whether you're there or not. And so it's really hard to get back into it once you leave the community. So whether you move back home or you stay in the town in which you're going to college in, have an exit strategy. And this is where working with your supervisor or counselor at your university does come in handy, because they are probably the premier source for what an exit strategy for you may look like specifically to your degree. I know that the Dean of Students for the College of Arts and Architecture was in constant contact with us, and all seniors got to speak to the dance department chair before leaving for advice. And so never hesitate to contact some of those bigger names. You may think you're small and insignificant, but they watched me my whole career. I don't know if this because I was one of few brown people in the dance department, but they're watching and they care, and make sure you use them as a resource. Okay, so you've applied, you've got in, you are doing your dance degree, you are following all my tips. The next thing I want to talk about is postgraduate strategies and opportunities. You have now completed your coursework. You officially have your BFA or BA in dance. Remember, that does matter. But what do you do now? Well, essentially, if you followed my tips and you got your exit strategy together, you're either auditioning and applying and you're traveling to your desired dance companies or groups of your choice. If you have your BFA, that's probably the more likely route that you're going to take. You may be also actively training. No matter if you have a BFA or BA, you should be actively training regardless. And then if you have a BA, then you're probably graduated with your certificates or your your whatever test, anything you needed to set you up for success after you graduate. You've already accumulated those documents and materials. So now what I would suggest is join a small group just to get into the business side of dance, whether you're looking to create your own company or whether you are looking to join. Dance company really functions on this barter system where you perform at my thing, I can perform at yours. You dance in my thing, I dance in yours. There is a barter system with more the local ground-working dance professionals in any source. So we're not talking about big name companies. We're just talking about, you may not be the most amazing dancer, but you are really great, maybe have really great endurance, performance quality. You really can nail a choreography. You have a really great eye for patterns and transitions, and you're really great at choreographing, or you're really great at staging and lighting and costuming, right? Maybe you're great at the business aspect. Just because you are not this standard dancer does not mean you cannot be successful with a bachelor degree in dance. So what I would suggest is starting with the locals again and joining a small group to sort of work your way into that space. It still counts as training, and then eventually maybe start teaching some classes on a local level. Remember, good teachers are also good students. So not all good dancers are really great dance teachers. So don't think, oh, well, I can't dance anywhere right now, I can teach. It's not easy to teach dance. It's not easy to teach someone to do what you do, right? So that's something you really have to know. So once you graduate, there are many different career paths that you can take. You can join a small company and have a full-time job, which is what I did first. You can work at local studios, YMCAs, recreational centers, just teaching open level community classes. Remember, these classes are not going to be of the most prestigious groups of people, but you are working within that community, right? And building your repertoire. You can go into that city's more established and government's funded dance companies, whether it be a ballet company or a modern company, and begin inquiring about what it would take for the audition process. So where I work here, I work for a local ballet company, but I teach their cultural classes through the community. So I am not one of their ballerinas, but I am associated with them through their community outreach program, which is where my heart is, because I couldn't afford dance classes growing up. So I teach free classes to the community, but I get paid through them. So there may be opportunities similar to that that you can look for. So don't underestimate going into some of the bigger companies as well and seeing their non-professional job opportunities. Well, they're still professional, but just not any of their non-performance opportunities. And if you are looking to be a ballerina, don't underestimate your local ballet companies or modern companies. Also check out your local theaters, opera houses. Those are going to be some of the places also looking for new work. Go back to your university, see if they are offering any alumni positions. Also, the local career office at your university still assists alumni, and they should. So talk to your career counselor at your university. I found that a lot of them just didn't know how to guide me. So that's why I'm sharing my information with you. So local dance company, big dance company, you can do the local circuit of YMCAs, recreational centers, and personal owned studios. I work in all those. All three of these, I'll work those now. And then your other option, of course, is the education aspect. If you decide to go into public education, meaning you are offering a dance class to K through 12 students, you have state standards to follow, and you are considered an educational teacher. Remember that certifications and licensure will be required in order to gain that position. And so if you didn't think you'd want to do that before graduating. There's still opportunity to do it after. Just keep in mind that each state's requirements and standardization of that process varies. So please do your research. And if you'd like for me to do a video on the process here in North Carolina for dance educators, I would be glad to do that. So those are my main tips for before, during, and after you get your bachelor's degree in dance. And now I'm just going to share my overall thoughts. In general, I would say it was absolutely worth it to get a dance degree. When I went into my university, I started as a Spanish education major because I was scared that I really couldn't do it. And I snuck into the dance studio. A custodian was cleaning, and I asked her if I could just look in real quick. And I had never seen such a beautiful space. Like, you're talking to a girl who took a high school dance course in an old beat up wrestling room at a high school, right? And I think I only took 2 of those high school level dance courses, and that was enough for me to think that maybe this was a thing, because growing up, I thought the only way you could be a dancer is if you were this amazing, ethereal, floating creature, right? You had all these years of experience. But going into the university, I thought, if I don't try, I'm going to absolutely regret it. And I'm so glad I did. There weren't that many dance majors at the time that I joined. There's so many more now, but it made me, it set me apart from a lot of other people having a degree in dance. A lot of my peers aren't actively working with their degree now. I have to be honest about that. A lot of them got their dance degree, went into education, maybe taught dance for a while, but then end up teaching something else, or they have a job non-related, or they've started families and have just been put into a position where they don't really have to use their degree, or they went back and got a different degree. For me, it took so long to get into it. I'm not even gonna lie. There weren't a lot of dance teaching positions open. However, I was going to college during the Great Recession in 2008 and graduated in 2012 when we were just beginning to recover. I mean, gas was almost $4 a gallon, and I was working 2 jobs. So what I did instead was just start at an after-school program teaching elementary level students, and then they took me on full-time from that internship to be a teaching assistant for kindergarten, which I ended up being responsible for my own group of kids. And it just happens that way. But I was still dancing, even though I was teaching content that was not related to me at all. The knowledge I gained about classroom management, student engagement, all those things you gain, even though it's not dance specific, still contribute to your training. So try to find jobs that are semi-related. And so even as a dance professional today, I am working both at the same time. So my training and my education are happening simultaneously. And I'm constantly seeking higher education opportunities. I just got my first university level job. It's not going to pay much, but is it experience? Absolutely. And it's a step in the right direction right before I apply for my master's for dance. And so, yes, I will be giving you more information about what that will look like. Otherwise, I really hope that you found this video helpful. It is not a complete lost hope. Getting a degree in dance can be profitable. It can be sustainable. And if you have parents or family members who are worried about you getting a degree in dance, just know that if back in 2008, it was a struggle, just know that there's much more awareness and opportunity now. And that's why things are happening so much more faster for me. And so they can happen for you too. You have to believe that it can, because I almost went into the Army. I almost left education. Yeah, it's not easy to stick to it, but I would highly encourage you. So if you'd like to hear my more in-depth story about my experience getting to this level that I'm here now, comment down below. Otherwise, let me know, what college are you thinking about applying to? What degree are you interested in obtaining for dance? And do you see anything that might that I may have left out? If so, comment down below and let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram at BIIG_Crit22, on Facebook at LCritt, and be sure to check out my website, LCritt.com. Otherwise, I'll see you later, critics. Until next time.